Yo, what's going on? It's D-Man, you already know, bringing to you some NBA 2K16 My Team. Yeah, I'm starting up a My Team way earlier this year. If you've been a fan of the channel for a while, you know that I usually start a My Team in the summer when there's nothing else to do. But I'm already in that mode because Pro-Am doesn't work. My career is kind of The park is the same, man. The park is the park. And My Team, they switched it up a bit. It's a lot of changes in My Team this year. So I said, you know what, let me go ahead and dive in head first. Let me see what it's like being in My Team from the jump. So I have around 80 KVC. I'm gonna just blow it all. And I actually did this yesterday, which was Flashback Friday, I believe. I like that they did that. So I was trying to get a few good pulls because I'm trying to go through domination right now. And I really can't do it because the only thing I've done is open up the starter pack. So I don't need a squad, but I do need a few good players. So let's see what goes down on the Flashback Friday, even though it's Saturday. That's just what we do. We change the game up. So in the first pack, we pull a Craig Hodges, man. Not a bad pull, but not a great pull. I mean, I'm not going to use him. Clearly, I know he's a throwback. The Butts uniform looking dope right there, but I can't use him. I already have players that's better than him, to be honest. So anyways, in My Team this year, I do want to get through the first seed. Usually I start up My Team in the summer, then I get to about the 4th seed, and then I stop playing because it gets boring. I'm not gonna lie to you, and that's mainly because I'm not trying to brag, but I don't lose a lot in road to the playoffs. Now versus competition, yeah, I'm gonna lose because I'm not that good at 5v5 2K anymore. I used to play ranked all the time, but now I'm just about my career, Pro-Am, team play, all-star team up, stuff like that. I'm nice in that, but when it comes to 5v5, I'm not that nice anymore. So against competition, I will lose. But versus people in road to the playoffs, you don't come across that many great 2K players, just to be honest with you. And in this pack, we do pull a gold. Who is it? I'm going to flip this card right about now, and we pull a Nick Van Exel from the Dallas Mavericks representing. I'm not really a Mavericks fan, but I was a fan of Nick Van Exel when he played for the Mavericks. That man, look, he was putting in work. But we're going to talk about his three-point rating in a minute because, honestly, I feel like they kind of tried my boy Nick Van Exel. I'm not going to lie to you. They gave him an 84 standing 3. 84 standing 3, bruh? I'm not going for it. And really, most of the ratings are kind of suspect to me in 2K this year in My Team. Or maybe it's just me. I'm not trying to be biased, but I don't know. Nick Van Exel, he should have that 88, maybe a 90. He did have that strange range. He was Chris Cal with the shot for real, for real. But as I was saying, I do want to beat the first seed this year because I've never done it. I got bored before I could do it. But really, I don't know, man. Like the rewards from My Team, it's not really worth it in my opinion. Like last year, I know you got, Russell Westbrook, and I heard that Sapphire Russell Westbrook was a beast. And you got some other cards like Steph Curry and John Wall. But this year, you have cards like Chris Mullin. You have Patrick Ewing, I believe. And don't get me wrong, those cards are not bad. But by the time you beat the first seed, would you really need that Patrick Ewing? Would you need it? I imagine people are going to have beasts by the time they get to the first seed, man. That Patrick Ewing might be irrelevant. Even though he is Amethyst, he still might be irrelevant. I don't know. So I might be just stacking a team to probably run through the seeds and also do things like wagers. And of course, I want to do packing plays because I love packing plays. I like doing packing plays more than wagers, especially this year because it turns out that 2K are low-key banning people for moving that MT. Of course, I don't even know how I feel about that. Hold up real quick. We pulled a gold player. Who will it be? I need an animal. We pull Paul George. PG-13 on the scene. That Paul George going right into the lineup. Of course, last year, he was one of my favorite players, man. That gold Paul George was an animal. I used to go Paul George more than Pink Diamond Paul George last year. That Paul George is a beast. But yeah, 2K is banning people for moving that MT. And I understand it because it is cheating. It's against the terms of service to buy and sell MT. You're not supposed to be doing that. But every once in a while, somebody will come through and say, yo, D-Man, I have some MT you can have because I don't play My Team anymore. Do you want it? And of course, I'm not going to turn that down. So I don't know how I feel about that. Like if somebody just wants to give up some MT to me, of course, I appreciate it. But I don't feel like people should be banned for that. But buying and selling MT, they probably technically should be banned for that because, like I said before, it's against terms of service. People shouldn't be doing it. And I know some people are blaming 2K. They're saying, well, if 2K had ways to get MT in the game, people wouldn't be buying and selling MT. Which, I mean, yeah, 2K don't have a lot of ways to earn MT. But look at Madden. I mean, Madden has all these solo challenges. They have tons of ways to just earn MUT coins by playing the game. But people are still buying and selling MUT coins. So that really doesn't have anything to do with it. It's all about shortcuts, man. People just don't want to grind it out, and I feel you on that. Most people, they don't have time. I don't have time to be in my team, Pro-Am, my career, and all these other modes. So I can see where people are just getting this idea to buy and sell MT, but you got to understand that it's cheating, it's against terms of service. So basically, I want to warn you all, look out for it. If you're buying and selling MT, you better watch yourself. So anyways, let's look at some of these cards I pulled. We have Paul George. He is a gold stud, one of the better gold cards. Of course, you know I'm going to use Paul George and roll to the playoffs. The man is nice. I'm going to put him at the 3 right now until I get somebody like Melo or Kevin Durant. But if I do get Melo or Kevin Durant, I might move Paul George to the 2 unless I get James Harden. So anyways, let's look at Nick Van Exel, 03. You're going to see his standard three-pointer is an 84. And like I said before, come on, bruh. Nick Van Exel at 84? I just don't know how I feel about that. So anyways, this was a Flashback Friday pack opening. Like the video if you want to see more of my team. Subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll holler at you all later. Peace.